I've been pushing work all summer.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Donnell. Today's video is another absorption test video. Before I even jump into it, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. But anyways, last week I did an absorption test video, and this was I kept it. Yeah, I kept it. I know what you're thinking. I kept it. It's just water, all right? Now, this is the one I did last week, and I used 2 cups of water, and it was just plain water on that absorption test. Since doing that video, I have been getting a lot of comments with people telling me that I should give it a try with the 2 cups of water and add a little bit of salt to the mixture. I had somebody say, oh my gosh, how could you waste your good nights? And you know, it's all for science. It's all for science. This is all in the name of science. We want to know how much water. I'm going to stick with the 2 cups. We want to know exactly what happens when we get to 2 cups. We did it once before, and we did it with just plain water. Let's do it a second time, and let's do it with a little bit of salt mixture in that water right now. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of salt going. And I know I hate wasting my salt. Let me just tell you, I hate wasting my salt. But like I said before, all in the name of science. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm gonna add it to the water. And I'm just gonna stir it around just a little bit. Go ahead and get that salt in there, and I'm just gonna stir it around with this. Gonna let it sit for a minute. Instead of pouring directly in one spot, I am going to just adjust it a little bit. You let me know which method you prefer, and I am going to be consistently using this method for every time we do this experiment. About 1 cup of water in there. As you can see right here, the water was sitting really close right there to the leak guards. But now I can see it being absorbed right into the diaper right now, right into the core. I have checked out medical companies that have conducted their research on absorption, and a lot of them have used only plain water, just plain water. And so even though I'm going ahead and conducting this experiment, a lot of medical companies are using just plain water. What I am noticing is that a few individuals are using water with a salt solution. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes that I've poured in this 2 cups of salted solution. I'm gonna take a dry paper towel. It's almost like the water, the liquid solution is just sitting there. It's just resting there. And if you're wearing this with all that water from the very top, that tells me that you're gonna be feeling damp. So it's not drawing away the moisture, not with the salt solution. I'm gonna go and give it a try underneath as I did before in the other video. So we're gonna put a little bit before. And for this one, I'm gonna get the exact same can of tomato sauce. Let's go for that. I'm gonna apply a little bit of pressure, just a little bit of pressure, and we're gonna see. So right now, it has already failed the top layer as far as drawing away moisture. All right, so I do have one little damp spot right here. When I did the previous video, this was dry at the very top and below was completely dry. The second time around, that's not what I'm experiencing. Let me try that again. Let's give this another try to make sure it wasn't a little bit of dampness down in there to begin with. Let's try that. You can try that again. And we're going to apply a little bit of pressure as I did before. All right, so I have another wet spot. This tells me that it's kind of leaking. It's definitely leaking a little bit. Let's take it out of the container and see how it looks. All right, so here is how it looks out. It's 2 cups salted water solution, and this was the 2 cups plain water solution. Now here's my conclusion on this. 2 cups of plain water, it was dry, top layer, and underneath was 100% dry. 100% dry. However, when I combined a little bit of salt solution water and I poured it into the GOODNITES, it was definitely wet on top. So it failed the test right here. And as you can see, check that out. It's still down. Now here's my conclusion, and I'm totally gonna need your help. I'm trying to be consistent, and in being consistent, I need to find one way to conduct my absorption tests. Let me know in the comments if you prefer that I go ahead and I experiment and I test the absorption and I test it with just plain water. So let me know, plain water, or you prefer that I go ahead and I use the water with the salt solution. I'm gonna check all of the comments and I'm gonna go with the whatever is the most. I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna be consistent from this point on. So it's been about 10 to 12 minutes later, and I'm done with the video, and this was sitting right here. It was calling my name. It was saying, girl, pick me up, give me a try. Am I wet? Am I dry? And that's exactly what I wanna do. I know I have already conducted the experiment, but I wanna see, 12 minutes later, is it still damp toward the touch of my hand? Is it still damp? We're gonna give it another try, and I can still feel a little wetness on my hand. You can see a little bit of wetness on my hand. And especially around the leak guard area, I am feeling most of my wetness, especially around the leak guard area right here. All right, so I think it's a total wrap on this. I am 100% sure that the salt solution method does make a difference. I am 100% sure on that. I've gone beyond the time that I was on the other experiment, and this is still damp, not just to the touch, but it's even paper towel still damp. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah. Ciao.